Hello everyone, my name is Matthew, and this is Learn the Lingo. Welcome to Lesson 65 of Hebrew Basics, a series where we learn the essentials of Hebrew grammar. Today, we are going to start learning what kinds of roots will make their Hiphil verbs be irregular. In this first video, we'll be looking at roots whose first letter is a guttural. The four guttural letters in Hebrew are aleph, ayin, chet, and hey. We already know one root that starts with aleph, and that's aleph, kaf, lamed. In the kal binyan, this root makes the verb le'echol, which means to eat. The root can also be used in the hiphil, and there it will have a causative meaning, to cause someone to eat, or better translated, to feed. Let's make this hiphil infinitive. If we could form it as with a regular root, we would have lamed with shva, hey with patach, first aleph with shva, second kaf with hirik and yod, and third lamed. When the first root letter is aleph, a guttural, we run into a problem in the hiphil, since gutturals in many cases cannot have shvas. We can solve this problem by changing the shva to a patach shva in the infinitive, making laha'achil, to feed. This change also happens in the present tense, as with the verb ma'achil, feeds in masculine singular form, and with the future tense, as with na'achil, we will feed. The imperative will also have a patach shva on this first root letter that is a guttural. Ha'achel, feed commanding a man, and ha'achili, feed commanding a woman. All these tenses make the change from shva to patach shva, which makes sense since in all of them the previous vowel is a regular patach. However, in a regular hiphil past tense verb, the vowel that precedes the shva is a hirik, as seen in a verb like hikshavti, I listened. Let's see how a hiphil past tense verb will change when its first root letter is a guttural like aleph, by making the verb he fed. For a regular hiphil verb, we would have a hey with hirik, first root letter with shva, second with hirik and yod, ending with the third. But with the root aleph kaf lamed, we need to get rid of that shva on the aleph. What we'll change it to in the past tense is a segol shva, and we'll also change the hirik before it to a segol. That makes he'echil, he fed. This vowel change goes for the other past tense forms as well, like he'echalt, you fed feminine singular, he'echilu, they fed, or he'echaltem, you fed masculine plural. To recap, when the first root letter is a guttural, in the hiphil present, future, infinitive, and imperative, its vowel will change from a shva to a patach shva. But in the past, it will change to a segol shva, and the vowel on the hey before it will change from a hirik to a segol. As I said before, the guttural letters are aleph, ayin, chet, and hey. Now, some of these gutturals can have a shva, at least when they're the second letter of a syllable, as they are in all these hiphil verb forms. Letters like aleph and ayin tend to have shvas very rarely, but chet and hey can have shvas more often. In the case of hiphil verbs whose first letter is chet or hey, they can be formed with the usual shva, or with it changed to a patach shva or segol shva. Do you see some examples? Let's learn a new root, chet zayin resh. The kal infinitive from this root is lachzor. Notice the shva on that chet. This kal verb means to return or to come back. Since this root means returning in the kal, in the hiphil, its meaning will be causing something to return. The hiphil infinitive is lahachzir. Lahachzir means to return, not as in you yourself returning somewhere. That is the kal lachzor, but to return something else. Note that lahachzir is formed regularly here, since chet can have a shva as the second letter of a syllable. If we want, though, it's also acceptable to form it with a patach shva, lachachazir. This goes for the present, future, and imperative as well. As for the past tense, hiphil verbs will always be irregular no matter what guttural is the first root letter. Hichzir is not a valid way to form the verb he returned. This is because, even if we leave the shva on the chet, we are still supposed to change the hirik on the hey at the beginning to a segol. That makes Hekzir, he returned. It's also valid to put a sagol shva on the chet, making hechezir, he returned. But the important thing is that we have a sagol on that hey. Let's say they returned the plate to the man. The verb they returned will be from the root chet zain resh. Since in this sentence, they are not themselves returning anywhere, but are having something else return, the plate, the binyanim of this verb will be the causative Hiphil. The tense is past. The hu form of this past tense is hekzir, he returned, which has a sagol on the he prefix because of the first guttural chet. To make the heim, they form of the past tense, we can just add the u ending with no vowel change. Hekziru, they returned. The plate is hatzalachat. Hatzalachat is the direct object of the verb hekziru. It is what is being returned. It is also definite. Since it has a ha, that means the. That means the definite direct object marker et has to go before it. To the is la, and man is gever. Hekziru et hatzalachat la gever. They returned the plate to the man. Hekziru et hatzalachat la gever. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. And if you want to learn more Hebrew, please consider subscribing to my channel and checking out some of my other videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.